Hello folks, appreciate you joining us. 43 degrees here. Some of you yesterday on the live chat asked, I believe it was Unicorn Purple. She said, is there any updates for the bridges? Unicorn Purple, here is the update that I can give you. On my way to Big Ivy yesterday, up in Barnardsville, I got a call from Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin is where Carmen lives from Appalachian Reclamation Coalition, and she wanted everybody to know, folks, tentatively, catch that word, tentatively, we're going to have 5 bridges put in next week. Tentatively. Why am I saying tentatively? Because we've got 3 scheduled and 2 possibly more. The holdup is a little bit of paperwork that we're waiting to get back. We get that paperwork back, we'll have 5 put in next week and not just the 3. Things for the bridges, folks, are going well, with Carmen sitting in on the phone calls sometimes twice a week with NCDOT, asking questions that people won't ask, and she's learning the ropes on how to get these bridges put in. I guess she's been the squeaky wheel, she calls it, so much that the state is turning over a lot of the bridges to the nonprofits now. And we've got several lined up, paperwork in the works, but tentatively next week 5 of those bridges will be installed. Now, I went yesterday, you're getting ready to see it, to the location, 2 locations that are going to receive a bridge. One of them we showed last week where the fellow was driving the Honda Pilot through the creek. I went back to that location, and there's also another location just down below him that's going to be getting a bridge. And folks, people up there are excited about getting that bridge. They're going to be able to get their vehicles back on this side of Big Ivy Creek. There's a lot of excitement up there. So folks, Unicorn Purple, I appreciate that question. You must have known I was going to be giving a report on that, or it was the Lord's timing that you asked that question, because I had been there. We had got that same phone call yesterday right before the live feed last night, and got that good news, 5 people. Now, that's not just 5 people. Some of these bridges is representing 7 different families that's going to be able to access the other side of the river with a vehicle. So these are coming through the cracks. The state initially said individual bridges, but with the pressure that's being put on them and the hard questions being asked by Appalachian Reclamation Coalition, these bridges are getting turned over to the nonprofits with more than one family involved. So praise the Lord for that. Folks, here you go, some scenes from the locations where 2 bridges are going in, and we appreciate you watching tonight. And stay tuned, there's stuff coming from Big Ivy on the same video. Well, folks, we're in Barnardsville. I wanted to show you one of these bridges. Now, they're getting ready to get a bridge out here, but this is the kind of stuff they're traveling on right now to cross the river. This one here is mainly for ATV side-by-sides. That bridge right there is compromised, but they're going to be getting a bridge out here before too long at this location, and this will help get some families a way to cross the river. Now, the actual location is going to be right up here, and it's going to get access for multi-family use. But currently, this is what they're doing. As soon as this bridge down here gets put in, you will not have to see this. They can open this creek back up, and they won't have to use the Ford driving through it anymore. And one good rain's gonna take that out anyway. So just so people can see what kind of going on here. It does have the water backed up. It's a little deeper pooling back in here, which is good for trout fishing, but they can't move up and down the stream right now with all these rocks dammed up right here. Water can flow through the rocks, but the fish can't travel back and forth up the creek here. Good morning, folks. I appreciate you joining me here. Look at that. See that cold air? It's cold this morning, folks. 43 degrees here. Higher elevations, I'm sure, got that frost last night. Wind is calm here. If it's calm up there, guarantee they got a frost last night, folks. Folks, Mayday for food. Mayday for food. I'm getting ready to show you why we have a Mayday for food. Folks, I've been telling that the relief centers is running out and running out and running out, and we've started the party in the pan, and that's been a big success, but it's not keeping up with what's going on. I'm getting ready to show you here, folks, what's happening. Just got back from Big Ivy yesterday, and I wanted to get this video put together, so I was editing. My phone died. When you go up in those areas, there's no cell signal a lot of the time, so it just continually roams and roams and burns the battery up, blows it up, and all that good stuff. And I did not have my car charger with me, and I couldn't charge this phone here. Now my other phone I had, but the one that I do my videos on, I didn't have a car charger for it. So folks, Mayday for food. In the description, you're going to see all the relief centers, churches, civic organizations, scouting troops, schools, school classes, whatever you may be. Churches, we need for you to step up and help. They're out of food, folks, and you getting ready to see it for your own eyes. And it's bad. And just Big Ivy alone, they're not by themselves. Every relief center looks like this, folks. And it's bad, bad, bad. Can you imagine? I was there yesterday, and this lady had her one of these Walmart bags right here, and she grabbed it up and she went over there to the table, and it's got all these little crates on it where they stack canned foods, and she got in there and there wasn't nothing. One crate had about 8 or 10 cans of carrots. Another one over here had some canned corn. And she just had this look on her face. A look of just no hope. You look into these folks' faces that are in this situation, and you don't see any dreams. You don't see any liveliness. You don't see any hope. All you see is a challenge, a struggle, and a wonder of how they're going to make it. But I heard her say, kind of under her breath, I'm tired of these carrots. Folks, that might have been all she'd been eating. She might not be able to eat the corn or something. And they had a pallet of cucumbers there, raw cucumbers, the great big, right out of the garden, the Manna Food Bank brought, but There was no bread, no mayonnaise, no plastic utensils, no paper towels, no paper plates, nothing, no water, nothing. Thank the Lord, Mercy Chefs had shown up and provided hot meals, but this lady evidently was too late. Now, I didn't go look in the box where they keep the hot meals, but they did have about 15 to-go boxes stacked on each on the sides of the insulated food holder. But that's all they had, folks. And I don't know if she had made her way over there to get any food yet or not, but there sure wasn't nothing for her to get to fix later on. And it's a bad situation, folks. So we're putting out, don't know other way to do it. We need a Mayday for food, folks. A Mayday for food. So churches, Sunday school classes, schools, school groups, civic organizations, we need your help, or these people's going to be in a bad way. Now on the 25th, the Midway Wesleyan Church, Operation Mountain Relief, Central Global Methodist Church has already got a food drive ongoing right now to provide food just to Big Ivy. And they're buying food through the churches, and then they're asking the congregation to bring food in. Now, you won't see Big Ivy on the registry list here, and we've got to get a desktop link that will show. When you try to put a link on what we have right now, it is not providing something you can click on and go to. We have to have the desktop link, so I'm going to have to obtain the desktop link. If I do before this video comes out, you will see Big Ivy on the link for availability to send food. But I just wanted to let you folks know that Mayday for food. They're in desperate need, folks. Stay tuned. Here comes the scenes from Big Ivy. I wanted you to see it. Over here at Big Ivy, they got a load of some produce in. You see some squash and stuff, but this stuff is running out, and don't know if they're going to be able to get much more because this is some local stuff that's coming in. And folks, you know, we've been talking about how critical the food supply is. I want you to look here. Look down here on the bottom row. Do you see anything, folks, on the bottom row here? And then we got this here. Now I want you to look here, folks. This is all the food that's left today at Big Ivy. This is all they've got left. And this relief center is feeding 100 families. How are they going to do it? Now, Mercy Chef came in and served some meals today from 11 to 1. And this is what's left. 5 cartons on this side and 6 on the other. And that's it. So folks, here's your Mayday for food, and it's here at Big Ivy. Now let me get around to the other side here. I don't want you to think that there's food on the back side. Look at here. It's empty, folks. And this is all they've got. That's the most quantity of anything, and that's the ramen noodles. And some boxes of cucumbers. So there you go. So over at the laundry and shower facility there, they just refilled that propane tank this morning, and it was $1,500 to fill it. It was completely dry. Now they have 2 loads of washing going right now in the laundry unit there, and so it's getting used. There's a lot of people in campers and tiny homes, and they don't have running water. There's a need for bottled water, she said, very badly here because of the lack of water and quality of water. A lot of that was disrupted with all the mudslides and all the heavy rain. A lot of people's wells was ruined, and now they have little of any water. Bad down through here. So folks, we're getting ready to cross over Big Ivy Creek. On your left, you're going to see where people are living in tiny homes. And these are the people that are having to use the washers and the dryers. You're going to see campers here. You got 2 tiny homes here on the left and stuff. And then we're going to turn around and go back the other way so you can see what all's going on. You see all this down through here. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride. All this stuff got flooded through here. You can see the construction on the houses. They've lifted them up. Their yards is tore up and stuff like that. Look how pretty the hills are here, all the leaves turning and everything. But we're in a situation here where it's just been washed out, people's homes gutted. Now I've turned around and I'm going back up through here so you can see what I'm talking about. You gotta pardon all the jumping and the bumping. The roads is washed out here and it's bad. But here's your tiny homes on the right. People living right there in those. And then here on the left, move that over here, you can see all the campers and stuff where people are living. Folks, we're coming out of the mountains, out of Barnardsville. Thought maybe you might want to see these leaves up in the northern part of the mountains versus what they were yesterday in the southern mountains. There's quite a bit of difference up here than what it is down in the southern part. A lot of pretty views up here. Give you a little ride along. So folks, you've seen the bridges that are locations, a couple of them that was going to have those put in. You've also seen what's going on at Big Ivy. You see the need for food. You see how people are living. And these folks are just a few of what's going on that we could see from the road and right there by Big Ivy Relief Center. Mayday for food, folks. Mayday for food. See the description? Click the little word that says more. You may have to, once it opens, you may have to click it again to get the Relief Center list. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.